Hello, I'm going to show you how to make an Imperial Aquila, which is in Latin it means Imperial Eagle. It's very cool. Space Marines, some Space Marines have it on their shoulder pads in front of them. I think the Emperor's Children have one somewhere here. So let's stick this guy here. This is my homemade Emperor's champion. I didn't have the money 2 years ago to go buy one, and I made one out of simple firstborn Space Marine. This is my first sculpt ever. I tried to make the sword, my first hilt, my first cloth. I was very excited when I finished him. So let's get to quite big pieces. Let's say we'll separate this big piece into 3 smaller pieces, 2 for the wings and 1 for the rest. So 1 piece for 1 wing, another one almost the same size, and the third for the rest of the eagle. We'll put one here. The eagle will face that way, of course. That's one wing, and this is there will be the other one. So now I like to press this and this piece. The 2 wings are going to be the 2 wings. I like to press them using this tool to give them a little bit of an incline. I do it like this. I press towards me. In that way, the wing will be pressed onto the shoulder part, of course, and it has a little bit of incline. This part will be thinner than this one, which is how wings mostly are. So here are the general shapes. They're a little uneven, but it's okay. We'll start making the details and then we'll see. If it's not very nice, we'll cut it. We'll cut some parts, we'll push it around. It's too much. I make the body a little smaller. If you look at the pictures of golden eagles, their wings are huge compared to their body or to their face. So now I'm going to do for each wing the bone that exists on top and a little bit on the side. Like this on one side, maybe a little deeper over here, like this. And now we'll do the feathers. The way I like to do the feathers is to separate this area here where the feathers will be in two pieces, the top one and the bottom one. The top one I try to make it a little smaller than the bottom one, because the bottom feathers will be a little bigger than the top ones. So this is a reshoot because I lost the previous footage only for the part that I'm going to do now, where I make just the initial shapes that will end up becoming the feathers. So as I said, I'm going to start to draw lines here, just parallel to this side. That's for the top half. I'll do the same on the bottom half, on the bottom part of the wing, which as I said is a little bigger. I want the bottom feathers to appear to be a little bigger than the top feathers. So I'm doing exactly the same thing, but I'm not going to make my bottom lines a continuation of the top lines, of course. I'm going to start from the middle of those pieces right here. So I'm not going to continue this line, I'm going to start a little bit further and just do a line again. So this is it. Sorry for the change, for the reshoot. I just did the exact same thing I described, back to the original recording. So even this, I'd say, looks kind of okay from a distance. For a miniature that you will use on the tabletop, it passes for an ornament. What I like to do now is go to the tip of its shape that we have created by drawing lines. We've made some rectangulars here. Instead of a line at the end, I try to push it just to the upper, a little to the top right, towards the body. You'll see what I mean. So in this wing I pushed the right down corner and the opposite on this one. Now for the feathers on the body, I do something much simpler. Mentally, I separate again the body into equal now pieces. I separate it vertically. From the right side, I just do little scratches towards the right, and then for the left piece, I do little scratches with my X-Acto knife towards the left, and then I will make little triangles. So now I'll try to do the opposite. Every time I make a line here now, it's like a small triangle, a small point. Now on the right side, I will do scratches towards the left. I'm trying to be precise, but not really. That's the body with the wings. You can mess around with it and make it a little more symmetrical, and then let it harden for an hour, maybe two. We'll put the head here, so it's better to have the rest of the pieces, let them get hard so that we can easily push around the new piece of millpad without being afraid of ruining our previous work. And then we'll put a little talon here, 3 straight lines, and I'll make a little more room here to put the second talon, and that's it. I have a piece of green stuff here, I just made it. I'm going to make it to give it this particular shape, like a cone. Let's press on this, on its head. I'm using the right angle to poke inside the green stuff and make something like a nice socket. Looks more like a triangle. I think it's fitting for a bird of prey like this. Pretty done. I like this view. This one I like more. So for the talons now, I've made this piece as thin as I could, and I cut 3 little pieces and put them right here to make the first talon. I will bend them a little bit, I will try to bend them a little bit to give the to give it the look as if it's grabbing. So I have to go very small now, I think. There you go. I think it's very cool as a thing to put on your minis, on your captains, especially on chapters that are loyal. So that's it guys, thank you very much, see you.